Yesterday, Malaysia was shocked by a rail accident at the Wan Agyl line. A passenger train collided with an empty train while doing its test run. In spite of that, this morning, rail services resumed operations with pictures shared across social media of packed carriages. With new SOPs announced under the MCO that reduces the passenger capacity in public transport by 50%, how do we address overcrowding in trains? We speak to Wan Agyl Wan Hassan, former head of Operation Group at Policy and Planning in the now defunct Land Public Transport Commission, on current procedures.
Public transport system in the country, especially in KL, it's already overcrowded, especially on the LRT Wan Agyl line. With the SOP practiced by the public during this pandemic situation, it will make it even worse because the recent SOP, government already asked for the public transport operator to reduce the capacity to 50%. And the problem here is that is not only capacity has been reduced, but the frequency of the service has also been reduced. That's the real problem because we have the same amount of passengers or probably reduced amount of passengers, even though we only have 40% of the private sectors working from home and the other 20% of the government sectors working from home. We still have many passengers traveling using public transport. So it's not that they don't want to comply to the SOP, but the situation didn't allow them to comply to the SOP. Then the incident yesterday is to make it even worse when the Wan Agyl line has an accident between the rail with passengers and the train without the passengers. It's disrupt the whole line services, and we can see the outcome of it this morning when everyone just traveling on train like a normal situation.
Wan Agyl suggests for the frequency of the train to be increased, especially during peak hours, in order for passengers to better practice physical distancing.
The objective of the government is to reduce the physical contact. You need to have more space in the train. Rather than reduce the frequency, you need to increase the frequency. You can just reduce the frequency during off-peak. This is when people are not going to work. It's between 10 o'clock to maybe 4 o'clock in the evening. But increase the frequency during morning peak. Rather than having a 3 minutes frequency, maybe you can increase it to 2.5 minutes or maybe 2 minutes frequencies. Then you can have more trains during morning peak, and people can just traveling with acceptable physical distance as per the aspiration by the government.